Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel on a very busy earnings morning while we wait for the big event after the close today from Netflix. We are seeing a big pop for General Motors after their results, Valerie. Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Yes, gas guzzlers are back. That's essentially what these results have said. GM shares are up 8.5%. They've been continually climbing since these results are out 30 minutes ago. A strong read across the board, a beat in their third quarter earnings, and a raise to their full year guidance. And the bullish outlook comes as GM has seen a jump in sales of high margin gas powered SUVs and trucks. This being partly enabled by the swing in federal emissions policy to looser regulatory environment under the Trump administration. There also was some positive news on tariffs and tariff costs. In a letter to shareholders, the CEO, Mary Barra, thanked President Donald Trump for extending a tariff discount on some imports for car makers. She also noted that near-term EV adoption will be lower than planned, but these positive results come off the heels of GM's one-time charge-off of $1.6 billion to restructure its business away from these struggling EV names. But these results show today that might not matter too much given this backdrop of a very strong consumer demand for GM's higher margin gas guzzlers. It's lifting not only GM shares, which are up 8.5%, but also Ford is up 2.6%, Stellantis up 1.5%.
And the positive earnings stories continue for the company formerly known as General Electric, now known as GE Aerospace.
Yeah, GE Aerospace, the stock is up 1.5%, boosted their outlook for a second quarter in a row on the back of a rebound in aviation. It raised its forecast for adjusted revenue growth, for operating profit, and free cash flow. Now, GE Aerospace has been a major beneficiary of the rebound in global air travel and rising demand for maintenance and new engines. The company continues to gain momentum after the GE conglomerate split into three last year. Shares have soared more than 80% this year through Monday's close, and we're up another 1.5% in pre-market at the moment.
And we have earnings just crossing the Bloomberg terminal from Coca-Cola. It looks like beats all around just from my cursory glance.
Well, a pretty solid reaction in the share price. Coca-Cola shares are up 1.25%. Comparable third quarter EPS came in at 82 cents, which was a beat versus estimates around 78 cents. The market is looking for an update on its international sales. I don't see those dropping yet. There is a focus on the international sales from Coca-Cola. We've seen continued weakness in that market, which has put pressure on results. Wall Street is also looking for color on FX headwinds off the back of this, but it does look like it's pretty positive, and those shares are popping even higher, up 1.6%.
And finally, it's been regional bank earnings season. That's been shaky, to say the least. What can we say about Zions?
Zion shares are trading positively this morning, up 1.25%, basically scrapping back all of their losses from the fall last week on these regional banking credit worries. So these worries continue to abate. The stock has had a very strong two-day rebound, but they had some pretty solid results out after the bell yesterday. The CEO said that the issue of last week was an isolated situation. Even the chief credit officer said that they've gone through the loan portfolio, haven't found any other issues, and they've also hired external parties to continue reviewing the loan. So it does seem like a lot of positivity in regional banks. Zion shares up 1.25%.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.